Is a group of colleagues from the University of Calgary and the University of Ghana have jointly worked on a research project, fake novel, this afternoon. Thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedules to be here. We especially acknowledge this occasion, Professor Yaro. We acknowledge deans, directors, heads, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen for taking the time. All in the quest to know our roots much more. And it is my hope that by the time we leave here, we'll be more rooted than we came. Dakon Jeke to give us her opening remarks.
To you all, respected persons gathered here. We thank God for a beautiful day and afternoon. Is Emilia Ejemensa, Dr. Ellen Perrott, University of Calgary, Professor Linda Kreiser, University of Calgary, Canadian High Commission, Director, Institute of African Studies, Professor Samuel Intewusu, Director, Center for Gender Studies and Advocacy, Sejensa, Professor Deborah Atobra, students, Queen Mothers represented here, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I am highly delighted to welcome you to today's event on Nana Yaa Asantewaa. On behalf of the School of Social Sciences and the School of Arts, I am grateful to everyone, both local and international. It's one of feminism, leadership, liberty, empowerment to women, and an inspiration to all women. She organized and fought the British and died there on October 17, 1921. Although the Asantes were defeated, Nana Yaa Asantewa's role in the war highlights contemporary discourse on traditional women who had pledged nation to defend the Asante Kingdom is worthy of consideration in schools in Canada and Ghana. We are here today to share our findings on the research which was conducted to add to the African women's accomplishments, and content of the project have resulted in the development of a documentary and the graphic novel on the life and history of Nana Yaa Asantewaa. I would like to take this opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude to the project team for putting together such a great documentary and graphic novel. I am also grateful to the University of Calgary, the School of Social Sciences and School of Arts, ladies and gentlemen. This event would not have been possible without the support of some organizations. I would like to acknowledge the Social Sciences and Humanities Research Council and the University of Calgary, Canada. Additionally, we are grateful to that. I look forward to a fruitful lunch and hope that you all enjoy the event to the latter. Thank you very much, and God bless us all.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us give her a round of applause. Thank you, Prof. At this point, I would like to also call up the Dean of the School of Arts in the University of Ghana to give us his welcome address, Professor Waziapo.
Thank you, Madam MC. I stand on the protocol already established, engaging in partnerships, collaborations, and harnessing the power of interdisciplinary studies to enhance creativity, innovation, and little did I know that this is going to culminate in the showing of a documentary and the launch of a graphic novel. I'm indeed very happy that our partnership with the School of Social Science and with our connections that we have. The launch of these joint creative works on this day also coincides with the 10th anniversary celebration of the School of Arts. As part of the creation of the collegiate Department of Archaeology and Heritage Studies, Department of History, Department of Philosophy and Classics, and Department for the Study of Religions. I must say some of the students are here, which we dubbed the Grand Deba. At the Grand Deba, we had representatives from the German Embassy and the Deputy Colombian Ambassador for National Music. I believe that also marked the essence of partnering and collaborating with international partners, like what we've done with Canada. The theme of the celebration was the decade worth celebrating. To fast track or enhance the transformative student experience, we encourage these associations in the 4 departments, LASA, AFI-CLAS, RESAC, and the other, to engage in a debate on the theme. Besides the debate, we also encourage entrepreneurial practices among them. So they all came out with a business speech. The essence of this is to encourage entrepreneurial. Having been part of this group, this team, we were able to, with the Asantewaa, as well as the memories associated with this important legendary fighter of the Asante Kingdom. I was surprised to even know that a community like Streso had remains of the past of Nana Yaa Asantewaa. I was surprised that he was arrested and exiled. Indeed, going there to document these pasts is revealing. And being able to put all that in the form of a documentary and also a graphic novel provides us with a sort of inspiration to continue doing more about this legendary warrior. In most cases, we hear about the stories here and there, female queen mothers. We hear about important kings, but the kings sometimes take all the glory. What about the queen mothers? It's about time we did more research to unveil them. Some queens are doing powerful things in our communities, collaborative work with our partners. This inspiring documentary and novel is going to catalyze us to begin going outside the box, to doing research to reveal more about what we have in Ghana and Africa.
Thank you, Prof, and your team for the great work you have done for us. There's an African proverb that also says that until the lions have their historians, tales of the hunts shall glorify the hunter. And so it is really a great thing to see our professors and their team do this amazing work to preserve the history of this great woman. At this stage, we will invite the Vice Chancellor to give a remark on behalf of Vice Chancellor. Shall we welcome her with a clap?
A very good afternoon to you all, and a warm welcome to the University, and particularly from the Vice Chancellor. Should have loved to be here, but she's currently out of the country and has asked me to say a few words on her behalf. Golden Stool embodies the essence of feminism, empowerment, and determination. We also resilience and unwavering dedication to our continent's growth. Their legacy reminds us that African women have always played pivotal roles in our history. From ruling kings, we recognize the invaluable contributions of women to Africa's development in areas including economic empowerment, through entrepreneurship and innovation, African heritage, also in education and healthcare advocacy, and in environmental and sustainability initiatives. As we celebrate these accomplishments, we also acknowledge the challenges and stories in order to promote gender equality and inclusivity, empower women through education and economic opportunities, advocate for policies and documentary and novel celebrating Nana Yaa Asantewaa. Let us continue to honor the countless African women. Let us continue to honor Nana Yaa Asantewaa as well as the brighter future for the generations of women who come after us, and giving them opportunities to thrive, grow, and be empowered. Thank you.
And for a program like this, we need someone to really oversee everything to a successful end. who can better do this for us. And to introduce him, I don't think I qualify enough. Shall I invite my dear sister Doris Atrebuati to come and introduce the chairperson for today's program?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I want to also follow the steps of those that have spoken before me and stand on the Joseph Yaro, Provost of the College of Humanities, University of Ghana. But because of busy schedule, he's not here with us. He's elected someone to represent him. And this person is a professor of economics with particular interest in economics of labor econometrics. He's the first Ghanaian and African academic ever to be promoted to the rank of full professor at the Department of Economics, University of Ghana. University of Ghana. He's currently the director and a senior fellow of African Center for Advanced Studies based in Boating to chair the program and give his remarks.
Watching. In some areas, she is my wife. Because she bears watching, so at church, they think she's my wife. So let me also stand on the existing protocols and say that we are gathered here because of a documentary and in this university and University of Calgary. And it underscores the role of women in nation building. History actually tells us at the time, and I'm told the Queen of Ofinso was also there, but not as we saw in Yasan in those days. This shows that before Margaret Thatcher, there were Yasantewers. And I think we need to applaud our women that those days that the men were running away, the women stood in to resist. Should rekindle our efforts to continue the debate. These days, when I look at graduation lists, first upper. So I think this we take inspiration from those days. So of my provost to chair this function. Thank you very much.
Dr. Ellen Perrault from the University of Calgary. Okay, right. So we take a remark.
I'm delighted to be here with senior secondary schools around Accra. Thank you, Professor and Deans and Vice Chancellor and Provost. Canada has supported this important work concerning Yaa Asantewaa. Two of our University of Calgary funding from the Canadian government through the Social Sciences and Humanities Research Council. The Faculty of Social Work relationship.
Remark and take the remark of Dr. Linda Riza, also from University of Calgary, who is here to give a remark. But we shall come back to Dr. Ellen Perrault's remark when we get to the feed.
Professor Yaro, and the directors of the different departments at the University of Ghana, the students and faculty, and the Ghanaian public who have come to support this event. I was a voluntary services overseas volunteer teaching here at the University of Ghana, Legon. At the time, it was the social work unit. For 30 years, I have spent various times in the growth. I have followed the growth of social work. Sorry, start again. I have spent various times in Ghana and followed the growth of social work into its own department. I have backpacked around Ghana, driven from Accra to Timbuktu and back, and lived in a Liberian refugee camp. Years at the University of Ghana. More recently, my Faculty of Social Work has engaged in an exchange to Canada. Over those 30 years, I have grown to love this country and its people. Ghanaian speaker, Dr. Francis Boache, in my international social work course in Calgary.
With you and acknowledge the
wanted
Faculty
to
of
learn
Social
more about her and her legacy and the
Research
the
Council.
traditional authority
You with the
applied
University of
research network,
Ghana. And I hope to
or known
continue
as
collaborating.
TARN. Together, we explored this possibility. I met Professor Mavis in Edmonton, and we agreed to collaborate on this project. We started for grant. Then the University of Ghana's Department of Social Work and Department of Archaeology and Anthropology joined together to bring a different perspective on Yaa Asantewaa and her influence and leadership in the 1900 war. Our Ghanaian over the 4 years, we have analyzed colonial writings, visited archaeological sites, analyzed those, analyzed articles, books, and we've interviewed people to bring to you a fresh perspective about her through Professor Mavis Daka Deke, Professor Waziapo, Professor Don Ray, Marianne Kujosese, and my graduate student Mohammed Nuruddin Yasana Musa, illustrators, Marvin Opuni and Peter Oseseke, for their outstanding work on this book. And to thank Dr. Ellen Perot and the Faculty of Social Work at the University of Calgary, the University of Ghana, and the Canadian government for supporting this project. And take away a different perspective on Yaa Asantewaa, an African heroine, Madasipa.
I'm delighted to be here with you and acknowledge the land and the traditional leaders present, plus students of the University of Ghana and senior secondary schools around the University of Calgary, Faculty of Social Work. The Faculty of Social Work at the University of Calgary, Alberta, Canada, has supported this important work concerning Yaa Asantewaa. Two of our University of Calgary professors emeritus, Professor Don Ray and Dr. Linda Kreitzer, were involved in this project, which received funding. The University of Calgary in Canada looks forward to continuing our relationship. The Faculty of Social Work has an MOU with the University of Ghana, and I hope to continue collaborations with the University of Ghana.
Thank you very much, Professor Linda Cresta and Dr. Courage and leadership. She was by all standards a leader in her generation and years ahead of her generation. So the launch will not be complete if we do not invite to give us her remark. Please let us welcome her with a round of applause. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I also stand on the established protocols to solidarize with the team, the School for Research Council, for the successful completion of this courageous project on heroic Yaa Asantewaa. Indeed, it's very easy to congratulate you on your completion. Well done. Africa's historiography. We look at a key work by
been excluded from Africa's history, and particularly from history texts. Only yesterday, we were in class discussing Paul Zeleze's work, Kwabena Akurampari. And Professor Akurampari shows us an example and their contribution to feminism in Ghana. But it was interesting to note that the women in what is interesting for us now is that we see the example of Yasan and their contribution in Africa's nationalist struggles and traditional politics. For us, it is overwhelming and super exciting that anecdotally, if we are not historians, we only know Yasanti, the when and the what exactly happened. We do not know the full story, textbooks or the journal articles to read. This project gives us handy resource. You have a novel and you have from the story of Asantewaa. We are very happy that this has been done. And as he teaches every single undergraduate student an introduction to gender. The resource would be one of the materials that we would use for our teaching. So a time will come when every single student who graduates from the walls of this university would be exposed to this work you have done. On this note, I congratulate you.
Thank you very much, Professor Deborah Atobre. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall also take another remarks from Professor Samuel Intiwusu, Director of the Institute of African Studies, University of Ghana. Please, a round of applause.
Registrar at the same time of the University of Ghana. Representative of the Provost, Yaro, Professor Ba Boateng, the first full-time economics professor of the University of Ghana. Students, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On behalf of the Institute of African Studies, Nana Yaa Asantewaa, as an institute dedicated to research, teaching, and advocacy, the documentary and novel will be recommended material for our students. This is necessary and important because Yaa Asantewaa represents many things, including serving as a symbol of all those who have contributed to the production of this documentary and novel. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Prof. We shall at this point also take another remark from the acting director of the. Please let us welcome.
Good afternoon. The Vice Chancellors of Departments, representatives of the University of Calgary, Nananam, Nime, Name, Togbiu, Mamau leadership, and the University of Professional Studies. I would like to commend the researchers who have laboriously produced a doc to be studied and showcased, not only because she was part of the tapestry of the great history of the Ashantis, but also was an iconic example of modernization and increasingly penetrating ethos of democracy, and which the Otunfo Center for Traditional Leadership has over the last 10 years sought to embellish. As a people, pointed to our present and no meaning to our future. So I commend the researchers for this great work and pray that this rose that formed and framed the bedrock of our identity as a people, and more importantly, introduce the youth, some of whom are here today, culture and our history. Once again, I commend the team and I say, Ayiko, well done. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doc. This launch will not be complete if we do not hear from our very representative of our Queen Mothers on the Yaa Asantewaa story, please. A round of applause for our Queen Mother rep, please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Nananom, kindly all admit that Nana Yaa Asantewaa story is an extraordinary story of an extraordinary woman of immense bravery. She's really an inspiration to all people. And to go forward to fight for projects, programs, and services for our communities, and to seek for justice for all. Nana Yaa Asantewa's efforts sends a positive signals to girls, mobilizations that can bring about significant change to our people. Nana Yaa Asantewaa charges us all to be strong-willed women and to be courageous and things that we believe to be right. As Queen Mothers, we acknowledge and pay respect to women like Nana Yaa Asantewaa, who paved the way before us. I conclude by thanking the research team and for bringing our role model, Nana Yaa Asantewa's story, into a book form to form a current and future. May her spirit and her soul continue to rest in peace. Thank you. God bless us all.
Ladies and gentlemen, shall we do it better for our Queen Mothers? Thank you very much. The school named after the Queen Mother Yaa Asantewaa, and this afternoon we are blessed to have a representative, Sister Grace Mills. She is a representative here from the Global Old Girls Association to give us a word on behalf of the Global.
I wish to stand on the existing protocol and deliver a goodwill message, the shortest that we will hear this afternoon. We honor the legacy of Nana Yaa Asantewaa, a warrior and an ionic figure in Ghana's history. Her courage, resilience, and determination inspire us all. She embodied the spirit of her remarkable story, continue to motivate and empower us. We are proud to be part of this celebration of Nana Yaa Asantewa's life, legacy, impacts, and also as we 22, we had a lecture in her memory. May her memory continue to inspire generations to come. Long live her legacy. Thank you very much.
I think they deserve another round of applause. Please let's give it to them. Let's do it better for them. That is a cultural display that has been used to a very beautiful cultural display. We have come to a very important part of today's program. Entry that Nana Yaa Asantewaa tells us the history of. Just enjoy the documentary, after which we come and launch the novel. Thank you.
Story of an extraordinary, remarkable woman, Nana Yaa Asantewaa, who at the age of 68, legacy have been told throughout the ages from different perspectives. As a woman, daughter, loving mother, queen mother, came into full force when she was challenged to take up the leadership of the Asante army when no one else would do so.
Over 10 years ago, while teaching a class at the University of Calgary, resistance fighter against the British in 1900, in 2012, UNESCO said to the African continent and beyond. I wanted to learn more about this woman, and eventually a team of Ghanaian and Canadian researchers further through a case study of her role in the Yaa Asantewaa War of 1900. This is the story of an extraordinary, remarkable story. It's about the character, humanity, and passion for her kingdom that was under threat by the British. Her example, sacrifice, lives on and was inspired.
Found the commander-in-chief of the Ashanti Army. She drove an anti-colonial battle with defiance and spent roughly 6 months in 1900. The accomplishment of Yaa Asantewaa makes a striking Ghanaian legend to be studied. The selflessness that Nana Yaa Asantewaa displayed in her tours against the British colonizers is an outstanding feat. Bravery, defiance, and key communities that she once lived spent her life and was buried. Specifically, the communities include the CRC, where she was born, the Joseph, where she lived, became a queen mother, Treso, where she took refuge before her arrest, the massive fort at the Dune, where she lay siege and where she was eventually incarcerated before and died. Finally, the CRC, where she is currently buried. The need to memorialize the intangible and tangible historical encounters and heritage of these landscapes is a meaningful intervention that this team has been able to execute to preserve their achievements and their memories.
Besiase, the birthplace of Nana Yaa Asantewaa, is as one of the Asante traditional homes and buildings to house catered for religious activities of worship and rituals such as prayer, sacrifice, and other events of perceived. Nana Yaa Asantewaa consulted the shrine during the last war with the British as a World Heritage List. According to Nana Yaa clan, who migrated from the town called Adanseke. Upon their arrival, he was conquered and pursued. After that, rested under cool trees. This resting place led to the founding the story of Nana Yaa Asantewaa is that of an extraordinary, amazing, remarkable daughter, the family member, the wife, the mother, the big mother, is a barrier for her. Yaa Asantewaa was also from a lineage. The Royal this Yaa Asantewaa project, they were working as a team. What touches me most is that Nana Yaa Asantewaa and I are from the same ancestral lady who, having paid for all the deaths of the family members, moved them from Nadansi. And wow, all me, Nana, which means, yeah. Asunapon of Ejiso in about 1887, when the female stool of Ejiso became vacant. Wisi Afrani Wisi. Then Ejiso Hine used his traditional ample being the first in office. She accepted this position and, according to Ejiso sources, performed the responsibilities that went with the office very effectively. Her brother died in about quality and positive trait. Yaa Asantewaa also used her parents. Fortunately, he was also arrested and exiled by the British in 1896 when Asante Nana Ajah municipality constructed a museum to honor the legendary Queen Mother of Ashanti, such as clay, raffia palm, wood, stone completed the museum.
And she led resistance to that foreign domination and to resist this foreign domination by the British Empire. She rewarding and I would say also very impressive the Asante Kingdom, where she rose to the call to fight back the British. Went together to stand up against the British when the mills were not ready to do that thing, which indicates that. In that regard, I joined how she can be celebrated globally. This is very important for social work education and practice to advocate for more spaces for women to contribute to national discourses.
Studying Nana Yaa Asantewa's life and legacy is more than just an academic task. It's a deep dive into our history. It's a way to reconnect with our leadership during the war of violence to show the spirit that defines Ghana's history.
Yaa Asantewaa lived and grew up at Besiase, cultivated crops such as peanuts, plantain, cocoyam, and vegetables. Her daughter,
Acquired has relocated Wankwa from this village. It's very important by retelling the story of Nana Yaa Asantewaa and the bravery that he exhibited. We are telling the story of minorities. We are telling the story of women. We are telling the story of people who were at a disadvantage but were able to rise to the occasion. And we correct the era in history that only tells the story of the Asantes being defeated by the British. That is not the full story. Stories of Asantewaa. And through that courage that he exhibited, Asantewaa is still here today. And so it's important that we use her story to tell the whole world that the Asantes may have been defeated in the war, but that which was most important to them was never lost. The golden story. The Asante Kingdom was a powerful kingdom which made many foreign colonizers very eager to gain. 5 Anglo-Asante wars occurred during the 1800s, with the last being the War of 1900, the Nana Yaa Asantewaa War, recorded by Governor Hodgson. In 1896, Nana Yaa was arrested. Not wanting to start another war, he agreed to go peacefully with the British to Elmina Castle to the sea. Fault happened when Governor Hodgson arrived in Kumasi, 25th, 1900. Intent to make the Asante Kingdom a British protectorate. He demanded the golden stool at the March 20th. Present was Yaa Asantewaa, presenting Ejiso as the news. Asantewaa became the war leader. The Asante army prepared stockades, drums, made ammunition of telegraph wire, assembled guns and knives of various kinds, and laid ambushes. The height of the war was the siege of the British forts at Kumasi and Swan. Chanticleers and soldiers built a series of barricades around the fort. The British governor, his wife, and other British officers and soldiers were trapped in the fort for over 2 months while fighting raged around the fort. The British military marched from Cape Coast to break the siege. They bought Barikesa is a notable community in the Asante state. It is also viewed as a heritage site associated with the Yaa Asantewaa War of 1900. Of the narratives indicate that Yaa Asantewaa spent some refuge time in the community before moving to SSHRC. Two Atibari is a historical saying among the Asante people. It's believed the first shot of the war was fired in Barikesa. In November 1900, Asantewaa fled to Asantewa's arrest in SSHRC. He met an older, distant relative of the Asma clan, known as Nana Yaa at SSHRC. Delighted to meet each other, it made her even more popular among them. Only a leader captured by the British for a very long time, which relied on Kwame. He was a snooty person without permanent fights to the British. By virtue of the office, which means servant, and blower, he was close to the Asantehene and royal families, so he gained privileged information. There was a big saying that Sephitia, Sotia, something was hidden that could lead them there. They took them from one place to the other in a wild chase and found nothing. Frustrated and perhaps in a bid to win back the favor of the British, They often take them to the hiding place of Nana Yaa Asantewaa. Takes them to Houston Temple, where they laid ambush and captured March 3rd, 1991, where she was incarcerated in a tiny condemned cell until later taken to Elmina in April 1991, and on May 2nd, 1993, in the company of 15 others, were exiled to the Seychelles. Then she obsessed identity of Chirewa with that of Yaa Asantewaa, which led to the arrest of the former. Nana Chirewa was in support of Yaa Asantewaa's cause, Chirewa, who had been so kind to them. To the chief of SSHRC, during the tenure of former President Jerry John Rawlings, he encouraged and supported the preservation of the vulnerable heritage of Nana Yaa Asantewaa. Currently, the building is not being used for its intended purpose. Nana Yaa Asantewaa's chairs, tables, cooking utensils, brass pans. On June 22nd, 1901, Yaa Asantewaa arrived in Seychelles and got reunited with Prempeh I in the same club until her death on October 17th, 1921. Continued her farming of crops to earn money to supply the kingdom. Revealed through investigations, Nana Yaa Asantewaa's body was brought back from the Seychelles Islands, the resources of the Ghana government and the Asante Hene, to Sage to the second. The body was presented to the local tree of spiritual reverence, believed to be the oldest tree in the town, since it had existed for over 3 centuries now. Right. All of this place and create dedicated memorial for the Jewish legendary hero. That's not similarly the materials and concept of tourism. Also to celebrate the memories that Yaa Asantewaa is recognized as one of Africa's influential achievements have been highlighted in various ways. Begun to retell her story in more immediately. On a personal level, Asantewaa, I am happy that I've grown up to be part of a project that retells his story, but tells it in a positive light as compared to secondary school. I was shaped at this school, and everything that I am now, I know I learned from the school. The qualities of Nana Yaa Asantewaa to the Asantewaa project were remarkable in build and bravery, intelligence, wisdom, tenacity, leadership, and advocacy skills she employed to impact her community at the time. The woman, Yaa Asantewaa, showed it. Now, with regards to contemporary Queen Mothers, we have taken the legacy of Nana Yaa Asantewaa, local, regional, and national levels, engaging in sustainable development projects in our communities to impact our people, as well as our recent local and regional House of Chiefs. This request is, of course, understandable, since the definition of a chief in Ghana's 1992 constitution embodies female traditional leaders. Is our role model, our mentor, our source of pride, our power, and our strength. Thank you.
Great what you have done. I've learned a lot myself. I've heard quite a lot of stories about Yaa Asantewaa. Today I have heard some other sort of stories that have not been told. Indeed, if you are to draw some key themes from this project, this video. My students, I would like to come and tell your lecturer to ask you to draw themes from this project. This video you have watched. Courage, fortitude, invincibility, leadership, betrayal. You saw that? So the Judas have been with us. But I believe that at the end of it all, we should tell ourselves, what can we also do for our society, for our community, the creation, right, of Asante Soul. She stood up and said, how can a proud and brave people like Asante sit back and to only means money to the white man? They have searched and dug everywhere for it. I shall not pay one prejoin to the governor. If you, the chiefs of Ashanti, are going to behave like cowards and not fight, you should exchange. She's dead, she's gone, but she still needs, a very good applause from us for showing us that indeed, no matter who you are, no matter our marginalized status, we still can rise up and defend our community. Selflessness is really an attribute we are being told to demonstrate. Even been erected on her, in her honor, we see how dilapidated it looks. I think we need to. I want to humbly invite Madam Registrar, our chair, Prof. Deans, and Prof. from Calgary University. That's Prof. Yes. Right. Right. Please, yes, we go there. Right. The good thing about this is that, so this is a project we need to help for us. Yes. Business Grace and Kuma Mills. Oh, we need you there as well. Say, you have been a great resource for us. All this has also happened through. We want to see you here. Yes, very good. We know how Otumfo is so passionate about matters of Yaa Asantewaa. Once representing the institutes can also be helpful to us. Yes. Oh. All right. Okay, so with the power vested in me as the MC together with my co-MC products, and I would like probably the profs and then the people that at least just hold the prof, yes, but the registrar, them, right? And we unveil it in the name of the Lord, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Shall we clap? Shall we clap? Shall we clap? Show our gratitude to this great work done by these scholars. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Right. Now we need to also show our commitment to this project. Please, you may have your seats. We were so touched by the story. And the question is, what can we also do to preserve the memory of this great hero? What can we do as a student? We all have a role to play in preserving this project. I believe that we need to keep it in our libraries, in our study. We need to also hand it over to our children so that tomorrow when they hear it from it, the floor is now ours. And I want someone to offer to buy the first copy. Said, right, in your biography that you bought the very first copy of this great project ever done in Ghana to honor our matron, Nana Yaa Asantewaa, to volunteer, show courage like Nana Yaa Asantewaa, and come take the first copy for us. Wow, I am told that the first copy for your children, for your friend, and one for your class teacher. Yeah, so the first copy, 5,000. 5,000. 5,000. Let's do it quick. 5,000. We are raising these funds from the book to go and help preserve the memory of Nana Yaa Asantewaa. With first copy containing 5 copies of the book. 5,000. 5,000. Let's do it quick and go. 5,000. Of course, we have HODs here. I think you also need to be part of this history. Yes, at least department should be part of this history. 5,000 was bought by Mr. A, Mr. B. We need to document this. 5,000. 5,000. Yes, I'm seeing someone getting ready to come. 5,000. Yes, it should go. It will not go. Yes, it's a great work that has been done. A lot of money has gone into it. Efforts, a lot of ideas have been shared. It has culminated in these great projects. Yes, what our contribution to it? What our contribution to it? It's not going to. Wow. Shall we give it to Mama? So much. Nana Yaa so much. You have shown commitment to this project. Nana Yaa Asantewaa will continue. In fact, will forever remember you. For what you have done. Yes. She's dead, but she's not dead. She's still around. Right. Nana, we thank you so much. The next copy. Let's do it quick. 2,000. 2,000. Hey, I'm just hearing that Nana is actually Prof. Bennett's sister, former Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana. The wife. Oh my God. Nana, we thank you so much. I know how Prof is so passionate about matters like this, and so I'm not surprised. God will bless you. 2,000, next copy. 2,000. University of Ghana. For economics, not for you. Is it for the chair? No, it's for the chair. This one is for the chair. Econ department, they HOD is here. Econ department is also taking one for 2,000. Let's clap for them. 2,000. Oh, it's you. Oh, very well. So the HOD of Econ department is taking one for 2,000. Registrar, 2,000. Oh, I am with Anna. Office of the registrar, 2,000. 2,000. Thank you so much, Auntie Emilia. Thank you so much. We are supporting the cause. We are supporting this great cause, and we want everybody to be part of this. Yes, the next 2,000. Who is taking it? Yes, a few left. 2,000. 2,000. So, Prof. Chair has taken one. HOD has taken one for 2,000. Yes, but the accounts department hasn't come. Right? They will come. I know they will come. So 1,000 Ghana cedis. 1,000 Ghana cedis. 1,000 Ghana cedis. 1,000 Ghana cedis. I'm taking one. In fact, MC, I'm also taking one for 1,000. Hey, I have to be part of this history. Yes, I have girls, and I have to just let them really read this book and be inspired. I've taken one. Hey, MC has taken one. You must also take one before you go. Went to this project. Thank you so much. Doc, thank you so much. 1,000 Ghana cedis. 1,000 Ghana cedis. Yes. Students, please, I know you can. I know you can. I know you can. Just organize SRC. What are they? Hey, SRC, you have to be part of this history, please. Come. 1,000 Ghana cedis. SRC. Come. Hurry up and come. SRC. Yes. 1,000 Ghana cedis. 1,000 Ghana cedis. Who is coming?
Thanks, small. So, my name is Nana Yaa. I am the founder and executive director for an organization called Colandef. Colandef Land and Property Rights. So we work on land, but we collaborate with Queen Mothers in Ghana. Through our work, policy, inclusion, and all of that with Queen Mothers in Ghana. Yes, so even though it's a constitutional body, and chief in the constitution means both chiefs, male and female, in our operational arrangements, there is no way of mobilizing Queen Mothers and have their voice represented in policy decision. So from 2017 until now, we have worked under Colandef with partnership with other organizations. We have established what we call today the Queen Mothers Platform Ghana, which has become a consultative platform Yes, we have the website. We are on social media and also go look for Queen Mothers Platform Ghana. Facilitator for the Queen Mothers Platform Ghana to say that we are taking one for the.
Oh, well, I mean, it's an aberration that we have National House of Chiefs without Queen Mothers representing. That's serious. Wow. I think that This is something we all need to support because it doesn't really, add up. That we have queen mothers who actually elect chiefs or nominate chiefs, and yet they are not part of what decision making at the national. Asantewaa old girls have also taken one for 1,000 Ghana cedis. Let's give it to them. Just Asantewaa old girls. Yes. 1,000 Ghana cedis. We are still on. 1,000 Ghana cedis. Yes. 1,000 Ghana cedis. Yes. Dr. Ernestina Keke has taken one for 1,000 Ghana cedis. Please give it to her. Right? Show your appreciation. 1,000 Ghana cedis. 1,000 Ghana cedis. Yes. I see Doc. Yes. Doc has also raised a hand. There. Yes. Doc, thank you so much. School of Pharmacy, 1,000 Ghana cedis. Wonderful. Now the schools are coming. The department will follow soon. Professor Sarko there, 1,000 Ghana cedis. 1,000 Ghana cedis. Thank you so much. Oh, this is so beautiful. You are doing it so well. I know the department are also here. Let us see the department as well. Yes. 1,000 Ghana cedis. 1,000 Ghana cedis. 1,000 Ghana cedis. Students, I want one of you to actually be part of this history. Please, do that. Okay, so now 500 Ghana. 500 Ghana cedis. 500 Ghana cedis. 500 Ghana cedis. Yes. 500 Ghana cedis. 500 Ghana cedis. Who is coming? 500 Ghana cedis. Yes. We're almost done. Let's clear them before we go. 500 Ghana cedis. Let's realize something small. Oh, my friends, students, I'm waiting for you. All right? I'm waiting for you. I know you have it. I know you want to support it. You can. You can, in fact, put your heads together. 4 or 5 of you. Just come and take one. That will also be so good. Yes. 500 Ghana cedis. 500 Ghana cedis. 500. She's a great woman who has really raised quite a lot of us. Today, we can also call ourselves lecturers because she took it upon herself so much for supporting this worthy cause. Right. 500 Ghana cedis. 500 Ghana cedis. We are almost done. 500 Ghana cedis. 500 Ghana cedis. 500 Ghana cedis. Yes. 500 Ghana cedis. Damaris, right? To support, this cause. Thank you. Nahima, Nyamin Shop. Nahima, Nyamin Shop. God richly bless you. 500 Ghana cedis. 500 Ghana cedis. Nana Yaa Asantewaa, the African heroine. A great book every child will be happy to read. Every adult will be happy to read. Rich history that somehow has been distorted severally by many people. It took 3.5 years for professors from Ghana, University of Ghana, and Calgary to do this. Asantewaa, it is here. Look nowhere, but here. 500 Ghana cedis. He's taking it for 500 Ghana cedis. Nana Yaa is taking it for 500 Ghana cedis. Thank you, Naima. I want to believe that a lot of things have been done by our women, but for some reasons, in the patriarchal world we are, we always want to subordinate women, which men have also done to bring us this far as a society. 500 Ghana cedis. 500 Ghana cedis. Oh. Students, I'm now at your level. Yes. I'm at your level. Come and take it for 200. Student price. We are still at 500, but if you're a student, I'll give it to you at 200. Yes. Students, come for it. It's good. Graphic novel. You see everything in there. 500 Ghana cedis. 200 for students. 500 Ghana. In fact, when the books leaves here and it goes into the bookshops, the prices may be a bit different. So this is your last chance to get it, at a moderate price here. In no time, it will run out. So this is your chance to get it at a moderate price. 500 Ghana cedis and 200. Yes, my dear sister, thank you so much. Thank you so much. In fact, everybody who is buying, we are going to document your name as having really supported this particular cause. And for me, this is very historic. And I thank God I have lived to see this great work come alive. 500 Ghana cedis. Student, right? Okay, 100. Student, 100. I know you. You have paid all your school fees, right? So I know it's not easy. Okay, 100. This one is for you. I won't come down again. 100. Yes. Student, 100. Come for it. Okay. I want that, and I would like to take a picture with that student. And you get an opportunity to take a picture with Nahima. So, my dear, come, why? Come. Shall we clap for her? Yes. The more, right? Thank you so much. Let me hand it over so nicely to her. In the spirit of the Asantewaa. All right, so you can also see us, and take it at 500. But let me say that right from here, the books will hit the bookshops. And so if you don't want to go and get it at a higher price at the bookshops, but you want to get it from this Alifole price, please see us before it hits the bookshop. Otherwise, you might not get it at the price you may want to buy it. It may go up because of the demand. Thank you so much for making this session a very successful session. And at the end, we're all going to have this story preserved for many years to come. Shall we give all of ourselves a round of applause for making this session a great one? Wonderful. All too soon, we have come to the end of the program. And we cannot end without having the first full professor of economics and our honorable chair of the program give the closing remarks.
Thank you very much. I believe you have enjoyed yourself, especially the documentary. And you may not have read the report. You may not have gotten a copy of this, but the detail of the documentary actually tells. I'm sure when we were listening, we didn't just listen, we took some notes. And I took some notes. One of the things that I am taking away, even though I have read a bit about Yaa Asantewaa, but this particular documentary gave me some food for thought. The first one is her selflessness as a censor, and the British went there to abduct her. She could have just hidden herself and allowed the ancestral Queen Mother to be taken away. But she came out and made sure that she is adopted for the Queen. She was very industrious, very industrious. She loved her farming. And even in Seychelles, she was still farming to be able to get something to supplement the few stipends that she was getting. It shows how industrious she was. So it is not industrials who are working hard to develop their society. This is something that we need to learn from Yaa Asantewaa, not only to fight for the kingdom, but we also have to learn that he was from the Asuna clan. And the history tells us that the Asuna clans, and it came in the documentary, that they hailed from Adanse. And those who know the history of Adanse, they were the first Akans to be on this. She was also altruistic, not for herself, but for the kingdom. For her to put her life down to defend the kingdom at the time shows that to be able to so that we'll be able to develop our economy. But there's one thing that I want you to take note of. In all the policies, the modern policies that we hear, we read, do you think that the British came in for the golden stool just to bring down the kingdom of Asante? Maybe that is what many of us may think. But upon a second in the golden stool, I'm sure if they are taken away, they would have sold it millions of dollars at a time. And when I listened to the return of the goodies from Britain in Kumasi, that is when I realized that it was. But I will encourage everybody to try and get a copy of this book and read. Not only the writings, but the pictures. And that we invite you for such a program, you will come and support. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Barboatin, our chair for this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, you agree with me that we've had a very successful program. Shall we give ourselves a round of applause for making it through? Thank you for your time. And I must admit that my co-moderator must find another job in the right. So in ending the program, as the chair has indicated, the story of Yaa Asantewaa encapsulates courage. What are we taking home today in this generation, particularly to the young women here present? It may not necessarily be a call to go to war, agency and authority they have. We hope that you have been inspired to make a difference in wherever you find yourself. And that's the leadership skills and the courage and the audacity for whenever there is a call to action, especially when there are injustices. On that note, please, I'd like to welcome
Chair, please permit me to be a little unconventional here. As a proud of Yaa Asantewaa Girls Secondary School, please let me speak tree. Ewie me ahohoahoa bebree sɛ esukɔ nom ate sɛ me. Ad ɛde ahyɛ Nana Yaa Asantewaa animuonyam. Mekɔɔ Yaa Asantewaa Girls Secondary School tena se ɛnhwɛ sɛ adeɛ ɛɛkyea na mentene no. Na ɛnnɛ nso so yɛtumi ahyɛ Nana Yaa Asantewaa animuonyam sei. Ɛde ka kyerɛ yɛn nyinaa no. Asanteman sunsum a ɛyɛ Sikadwa Kofi no deɛ. Ɛma Nana Yaa Asantewaa. Adwuma no a na yɛyɛ no, yɛbɔ mmɔden sɛ yɛbɛnya pictures ahodoɔ. We sought to get pictures to tell that while she was in Ghana, but also when she went to Seychelles and her life there. And those are the ones that we depicted in the documentary. As you've been told, all donations that are received through the book launch and also all monies that will be realized. We also plan to print more books and donate them to basic and secondary schools in Kumasi and Accra. And we'll be going around to do that. As we get more money, we'll be printing more books because we want that she led the Asantes to war. On that note, I want to thank the VC, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana, Professor Nana, first female Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana, and during her tenure that we've also launched this project. We want to thank the Vice Chancellor. I want to thank the Provost, Professor Joseph Yaro, also for his support for us last minute to represent the Provost and also coming to support us. Akomadan Deshe, Nyame Nhyira wo, yɛda wo ase. You were talking about offensive, but you didn't talk about Akomadan, so I'm bringing it here. Thank you for chairing the program for us. I want to thank all the other faculty members and staff from the University of Calgary. It's when we started the program, I think it was 7 a.m. in Calgary, but they joined. And thank you so much for all the support that you've given us. To the deans, directors, and HODs, say yeto nsa frɛ mo, na mode mo animuonyam soronko aba bɛtae yɛ dwumadie akyi. Mo ahoɔfɛ nko akra mode baeɛ koraa ɛyɛ nigye ɛyɛ ahohoahoa sɛ yɛyɛ bibi sei. Ne yɛnya ahemanom bebree saa ɔmo aba bɛtae akyi. Nananom, Nyame nhyira mo. Amen. We want to thank all invited guests, those that are present and those that are online, also for joining us of Nana Yaa Asantewaa. They've woken up and they have joined us. Thank you all so much for joining us. To the global executives of Yaa Asantewaa Old Girls Association, a lot of excitement. And I know that the secretariat is being opened tomorrow at the much for coming. Dr. Frederick Doe, thank you for gracing this meeting. Thank you all so much. We appreciate your presence. Last but not least, I want to mention in putting this program together. They are from the Dean's Office, School of Social Sciences. I want to call on Damaris, Prisla, Mauli, and all the people, Nunana, Wendy, the national service persons in the Dean's Office. Thank you so much, so tirelessly, to make this program a huge success. And lastly, I want to thank my colleagues who worked on this project, Prof. Linda Kreiser, Prof. Daku Jeke, Prof. Wazi, Yasana, Peter, and everybody else. I hope I haven't missed anybody. And myself, yes. Thank you all so much for working so hard. It's been a long 3 and hey, Nana Hema, please. Even when you were away, you were calling to make sure that everything was running smoothly. So thank you all so much for working so hard to make this success. It's been a long 3.5 years or and enjoy a good evening.
To graph, just so we can archive it and show it to our children's children, HODs. Warmly welcome onto the days for the picture. Our Queen Mothers will join, invited guests, HODs. Yeah. Prof. Akotia, we want to see you here too. Yes. Okay. All HODs who are here, please join us for the picture. Faculty members, HODs, join us.
The Queen Mothers, can you climb up to the dais? Yes, please. Okay. I want climbing. How are you? Students, please join. Students, quickly, please. Students. Can we do this quickly, please, students? Please climb up. Climb up. Okay. Yes, as the photographs are going on, they are handing out lunch, dinner. Please do not eat in the auditorium, kindly. Please do not eat in the auditorium. Thank you very much. So are you hiding or?